by the projects to benefit the most, for the technology to stay here, for the knowledge to stay here, and for the development to stay here. Thank you.
Super. Thank you very much. I think at this point, we can now turn it to the audience. And I think we have a few minutes to be able to take maybe 2 or 3 questions, max. Questions from the floor, please. If you can just, if you have a question, you can just signal by raising your hand, and then the microphone will come to you.
I think we have been very clear, so no questions, I think, because everyone understood the panel.
That's fine.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Richard by name. I'm a project manager from World Plastic. I want to acknowledge that we appreciate your talk this afternoon. One important question I want to know is what relevance will local content be to the development of these projects? Because Africa is not properly harnessed, or Nigeria is not properly harnessed for local content. I mean, when it comes to use of materials, raw materials, and these materials, most of them are highly environmentally friendly, and they also help in emission. So what plans do you have to harness these opportunities?
Okay, to whom is the question directed?
I'm asking the engineer.
Okay. Okay, can you repeat the question and speak louder, please? Oh, okay. His question is on local content. That where is the place, for local content in all of this? Yeah.
So
Thank you
for that. Atkins Realis and in fact KPMG are just designing a program in Nairobi, the new beating heart of Nairobi. It's a big city development around the railway station of Nairobi. It's been designed to meet all sustainability targets. It's EDGE Platinum rated. It's aiming towards LEED accreditation. It's meeting all of the international standards. It's fully inclusive, so it's designed for all people, not just commuters. And the architecture is by a team based in the UK and Hong Kong working together. But the key driver for that project all the way through has been, as Jad said, knowledge transfer to bring skills to Kenya. It's around using materials from Kenya or East Africa or Sub-Saharan Africa as best suits. And it's about leaving a product that's truly Kenyan in Kenya, about which the Kenyans are proud. So I think that's true with any project. If it's designed around the expectation of it being proudly Nigerian, using the materials that you can have, using the skills, or if you haven't got the skills, bring the skills and share those skills, I think you can achieve everything you want to achieve using local materials and therefore reducing your carbon footprint.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay. There's another question over there.
Yes, good afternoon.
If you can please raise your voice and then let us know who you would like to answer the question, that would be helpful. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Kennedy Okorwa. My question will go to the beautiful lady. I've forgotten her name. I think you can pardon me for that. My question, going through your presentation, I can see that you participate from end to end in the various aspects of projects. In Nigeria here, I belong to an association that we call REDAN, Real Estate Developer Association of Nigeria. And we are a group of developers across the nation. We conceptualize real estate projects with infrastructure and also develop. From your presentation, I can see that you are interested in working with Nigeria government. You work with government across Africa and all of that. So the question is, such an organization like ours that have huge projects across the nation, what role will the organization play to assist the developer to create projects that are sustainable from the concept stage and to the finishing stage? That's my question number one. Number two, if you will work with such an association, what will be your terms and conditions? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. A very good question. But let me ask the question back. I assume this institution is a private sector?
Yes.
It is. Okay, this is very interesting because, of course, one of the things that we are always keen to do, and it is related to the answers that you heard from Phil and Jad, that we look at the local content and we tailor according what exactly the market needs. So if we're working with the private sector, for example, and you want to upskill yourself, the best thing is to do is, it's a suggestion or recommendation, of course, that I have done in Egypt, where I'm based, is a twinning between the trade association that works in the same sector like yours for technology, to help you in technology transfer, upskilling and capabilities, and support you in understanding how to deal with the gaps and the challenges that you have, but also through this B2B arrangements that you can make with similar association in the UK. So happy to make for you this introduction, of course, on a one-to-one level. This is one thing. The second thing, because I represent the UK government, so most of our work, of course, is with the government, upskilling and sharing the knowledge. But it does not mean that we can reach out to the sector as well and look at those skills that you would like to have in the market, and present you universities that can link with you and have this technology transfer for the market. I hope this answers your question, but I'm very happy to discuss it because this is a very important collaboration and partnership we would like to see, of course, with local companies in the market. Thank you.
All right. So that? Yeah, absolutely.
I think one of the things you can do as well, whether you're using UK government or UK companies, is use this to challenge your thinking. Because what needs to happen is there needs to be a change of attitude in the country towards development. And that's the same as my country and your country and Egypt. It's about using other approaches to challenge your thinking and be open to the fact that new ideas, new concepts, new technology, new skills, new ambitions are what is going to make infrastructure resilient for the next 20 years, not doing what you did yesterday. So I think use the government, use the private sector as a source of challenge to your own thinking and project determination, and I think you'll find that be remarkably helpful.
Yeah. All right. We are now going to bring the panel session to a close. And I will just make a few closing remarks. So with all that we have heard, I hope that we now have a better understanding of what the UK Department of Business and Trade does in terms of, and also what they offer, what they bring to the table. All of those things that Radwa spoke about. we have also spoken, quite a bit, with respect to the things that if you really want to be successful in delivering your piece of infrastructure, whether it's housing or any other piece of infrastructure, the things that you must do from the concept stage, all of the things that you would need to take into account, okay? And we made the point that even at the point of design, you've got to make sure that you are designing not just for yourself, you are designing for the people. And you've got to make sure that your design, fits with, the local context and reflects the local culture, norms, and values as well. Otherwise, it will not be sustainable. And on the concept of, sustainability, we also spoke quite a bit about the need to make sure that when we are conceiving projects, we've got to spare considerable thoughts, for how would this project, impact the environment? Is it going to help us to reduce carbon emission, which we all know is bad for humanity, is an existential problem? How does it address all of the social issues? How do we build the design the infrastructure such that it is resilient? I mean, I think it was Phil that gave the example of the bridge that collapsed in China. And they said it was flooding that caused the bridge to collapse. And he said, no. What caused the bridge to collapse was that the design was defective, because the design was not done in a manner as to anticipate it and to be resilient against, weather shocks and events. And finally, we spoke about financing, which I know is something that is, very, very important to all of us, to say, look, there is perhaps no shortage of financing, but you've got to just make sure that your projects are properly prepared. You've got to make sure that you, in thinking through your projects, you identify all of the risks, and then you now design and structure it, in a manner that all of those externalities are properly addressed, while ensuring that there is a fair return, to all of the relevant stakeholders, including the people who are going to use and pay for that piece of infrastructure. And we were told that underlining all of this is the need to do all your upfront studies, properly. The need to do them to international standard. And that if we recognize all of this and we're able to do it, then we are well on our way, either as government or as private investors. We are well on our way. If we can do all of this, we are well on our way to act all of the connections, the partnerships, and even the financing that we need to deliver housing and other important infrastructures that we need so much in this part of the world. So thank you very much, everybody, for your attention. Please help me appreciate our...
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you can do better for them. Please put your hands together. A round of applause. They will be taking a group photograph. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we just witnessed the very first session of the Africa International
Real estate and construction market offers. We have dedicated main conference sessions for CEOs, political leaders, leading organizations.
Going to be having a very long day. A whole lot has been lined up for this very first day. Remember that tomorrow is the opening ceremony proper, but for today we have some sessions. And for all of you who are here today, we really do appreciate you. We will be recognizing some of our special guests immediately after we are back from breakfast. So we'll go for breakfast. Ushers, please, you help us lead our dignitaries and everyone here to the provision made just opposite this tent. Okay. So the dignitaries will be taken to the exhibition hall, and from there they will go for their breakfast. But for every other person, ushers, I believe you help me coordinate this. We'll go for the breakfast, and then we have 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, we'll come back here, and then we'll do a proper introduction of our special guests in the house. Thank you very much. Please listen to the ushers as they lead you for breakfast and for inspecting the exhibition hall. Thank you very much. Let's do that quickly, and then we'll be back here.
A warm African welcome to you. Thank you for joining us from all corners of the world to explore the African continent together. At this year's Africa International Housing Show, we can all look forward to a productive and colorful exhibition experience, an insightful conference that delivers both in terms of knowledge and influential networking opportunities. We have exciting discussions to look forward to. There will be ample opportunity to network with peers and take advantage of all opportunities the Africa real estate and construction market offers. We have dedicated main conference sessions for CEOs, political leaders, leading organizations, and financial institutions. Please feel free to capitalize on this sales and networking opportunity. Also, explore, live stream, schedule a meeting or sign an MOU with investors, finance institutions, developers, and real estate companies, and connect with the event by downloading our user-friendly mobile application from Google Play Store or Apple Store. We are certain that your decision to invest your valuable time in this much-anticipated largest housing and construction event in Africa will prove both enjoyable, profitable, and worthwhile.